go to sleep.
Right.
Be like, hey everybody, it's Damon Johnson of DJ Realty Solutions, Damon Inc. What other companies we got? Lord Jesus. N1 Mortgage Lending. Don't y'all throw that event plan my way because I am tired. Today we have, I can't believe he's never been on. And you know what's so funny when I hear this on other people's podcasts and they have their producer or a big star on, they can't be like, I don't believe I've never had him on. It's my broker, Derek Werenka. Now listen, Derek is broker owner of N1 Realty. He's also my partner in N1 Mortgage Lending. And soon to be, we got a few other things, tricks up our sleeves. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. It's been how many years we've been together? Really, since the beginning for me.
Yeah. Well, we just did had our 9-year anniversary for M1, so you've been at least 8 years.
So y'all heard that I'm due for a ring, a bracelet. Here's the lead. Go get your own. Go get your. God, it's been that many years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
You know what? Because parking in Ferndale was I think 50 cents, a quarter, 50 cents.
Right.
It wasn't even a thing. It was like, oh, I'm gonna park here all day. That's hilarious. My God, I'm old. I've been there that long. We were upstairs, actually. Yeah.
And that wasn't too long after I started the company, anyway.
Yeah, so. We were. I miss our upstairs office a little bit. You like I don't. Right,
I'll manage with where we're at right now.
Yeah, and that's the big announcement. We're opening up an office right here. No, I'm just kidding. I'll be like, what? We got a lot to get into. I have to watch what I say and remember we are not in the office. This is being recorded, so I have to. It won't be him. It'll be me. Derek, if you guys don't know, is the father. That's always the joke. Is the father of twins. They are recently in kindergarten. Yes,
they're starting on Monday.
Oh my God. Oh, okay. Here's the first kindergarten conundrum. If one of them gets sick, do you go get both of them, or do you leave the one that's feeling good there?
They're not going to be able to function without the other one.
Yeah. Okay, got it. So there's one. Who's the boss? Ray?
Oh, Ray's the boss.
Ray. I figure Ray's the boss. To be like, you fake sick so we can go home. No, y'all gotta stay here all day. So you'll be an empty nester, or kind of a daytime empty nester,
right? Well, I won't. I'll be.
You'll be
working nonstop,
you'll be working nonstop. So your wife, Shannon, who helps us out so much, will be an empty nester first time.
I know. I'm excited for her.
Ooh, you like? I'm expecting dinner every day. She like, listen, no. We're going to get into. I know I'm gonna try to stay on top of y'all. I am, but yeah. Probably the biggest thing we got to talk about is I see on our list that N1 Realty is hiring. No, you cannot have my seat. I'm just kidding. Isn't that funny how people think that's really my seat? I'm like, that's really not. It's unofficially not my chair. I mean, if you need to sit, listen. If you need it, I travel with my laptop. It's okay. As long as I have my phone and Wi-Fi, I'm fine anywhere.
I don't see too many people trying to use it, so I think you're safe.
What's so funny? So with you hiring, what type of agent are you looking for? Who should give you a call?
Anybody that's willing to just put in some effort. I mean, it's we keep it small-ish by design, and we've got I think we have a really great culture at the office. I mean, everybody, we got the type of agent that we're looking for are people that are willing to help each other, and that's what we have. So, that's, like I said, as long as you're willing to put in a little effort and do the work, we got a spot for you.
Because let me tell you, I wasn't always DJ Realty Solutions. There was once a time I was just regular old Damon. And when Damon first got his real estate license, nobody wanted me. When I walked in N1 Realty, I had a suit on. He was looking like, why do you have a suit on? I said, I came for an interview. He said, you're hired. Have a seat and start dialing. And I was like, oh, okay. Now when people try to poach me, I always be like, oh, no. Like, I think it's a compliment and rude at the same time, where people will actually be like, remember that one guy? I'm not gonna name you. You know who you are. The one guy was like, well, how much are you? And I was like, well, I'm at least $500,000. And he was like, what? I was like, well, I got listings here. This is home for me. I'm like, I'm not just jumping ship. That's my number. I was like, because I've been, and I'll just thank you. You know, I don't blow smoke up nobody's ass. I haven't had to leave.
No, and I don't plan on ever giving you a reason to either.
I know some realtors now who have moved so much they are back where they started from.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, do y'all order cars every time y'all move or what?
Yeah, I don't get that either. You know?
I just don't understand. I tell people it's a combo of your broker and you. Everybody works off the same computer. I don't care where the leads are coming from. If you don't have the support, you're never gonna win.
No, it's true.
If you don't, and I'm spoiled. Yes, I will say that. Yes, I'm spoiled. I'll bust in that office like, hey, you busy? Okay, so I need this and that and that. You've never told me no to any of my crazy ideas. You've been like, Damon, I don't know if that's legal or not, but we'll ask for forgiveness later. So let's just go. And it helps because if you don't have the level of support to be successful, and you also need support when you're not closing.
Oh, for sure. That's probably when you need it the most. Yeah.
You've always been like, if you need money, Damon, just let me know. Like, either I got it or I'm going to go get it for you, because the market is a roller coaster. And sometimes you might need a sandwich. I don't know. But for anybody that's looking for a true home, at least come get the interview, because I've been into some fancy schmancy offices. I've been into some dumps. I've been where people are almost choking each other. And I'm like, I don't want to work here. I'm like, oh, this is a no-no. I tell people to shop around, find what works for you, find a broker that's actually working. Because let me ask you that. I'm getting off topic here with the hiring.
Okay.
How do the brokers sit at home?
I wouldn't know, because I could never do that in a million years.
I've never understood that, where people are like, your broker be to the office every day. I was like, where are you supposed to be at? I was like, I said, listen, this is his schedule. They're going to take them kids to school. He going to ride past the office and look, and then he going to go get whatever. He going to go get his water. He going to come to the office and start dialing. I was like, he in the office about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I don't understand. I've never had that problem.
Right.
So when people are like, oh, I'm going to the letter company for real estate, but y'all in my inbox every day, or you're asking for vendors, or Damon, what's your split? What's your commission? I'm like, honey, I don't worry about the number. I worry about the work.
Yeah, I mean that's it. You do the work, everything else is going to take care of itself. But yeah, I don't get that either, man. Because we were talking earlier, you know, I it's at least minimum two or three nights a week where I'm on the phone with one of our agents till 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, helping them work through a problem or whatever. Like, if you don't have that, what do you do?
What do you do? And here's if I ever wanted to leave, let me tell you the scenario that got me to stay. I had a client, and we told her, you know who you are? Shit. If you hear the story, you know who you are. But here's the crazy part. The deal went okay.
Oh, yeah.
They got finance. They had the money. That part, the deal was actually great. I had to call Derek. It had snowed here, but it was a blizzard. They were coming from New York, I think.
Yeah, we were in Pennsylvania. Yeah.
So they were coming back, and I was calling that agent's broker, and they were like, her broker was a couch broker.
Yeah.
That's what
he had no. I had to tell him what was going on with the transaction. He had no idea.
He had no idea what house we were talking about. I was like, oh my God. And because she was like, we have no power. We got to talk to him. I was like, but he don't. Anywho. So Derek with 5 people in a van driving through the mountains of Pennsylvania in a blizzard on the phone arguing with this other broker, teaching the other broker and controlling them at the same time. I was like, well, hell, why am I on the phone? I was like, But and this was on the Saturday. This was not during the week.
Yeah,
this was this was a
yeah.
Saturday. It was a
So
Saturday.
it was my kid's spring break.
Because I was like, oh, this is ridiculous. I was just like, and I thought when people ask you, why are you there? Or what does he do? That if I call, he answering. If I text, he's texting back. It's never been you work for me, you work with me.
Right.
Yeah,
it should be.
Yeah, I've never gotten that vibe, but and he also, he won't say it, had to go. Thank God we knew the guy. You knew the guy who did the screen door.
I might have used that company in the past, but I didn't really know him that. But yeah.
But what was so funny? He went and got the door for the client. I was like, who? It was the deal that would never end. It was, I was like, and I told Derek, I said, I'm not going to call you for a month after this. I'm going to leave you alone because this is just.
Liar.
It's just, you know, people to do it like, you busy? Okay, so it was, I don't know. And I think of myself as a fairly competent agent. I don't know how the other brokers, just say all of y'all, some of y'all sleep at night knowing that your agents don't know what they're doing. They call it conscious unconsciousness. You don't even know what you don't know.
Right.
It's just, it's so weird that when they talk about training and videos and whatever, they pay for that.
Yeah, it's great. To me, it's just it's nuts because I mean, well, you know, how are you supposed to become successful if you don't have anybody helping you when you don't know anything? So yeah, I mean, I guess I could charge for a lot more.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
To me, it's, you know, I'd rather. I don't need you know, a million agents. I need the 300 Spartans that know what they're doing and are committed to helping themselves, and that in turn helps the company. So, and
I sometimes step out of my lane. I'll be looking at agents like, y'all know how spoiled y'all are. Y'all know what we had when we first started.
I need my bad cop every once in a while, right? Man. That's what you're there for.
I'm like, do y'all know we didn't have this when I started? Like we were talking before the show got started. Facebook was not Facebook when we started.
Yeah.
Instagram for sure. YouTube wasn't even YouTube when we started. YouTube was just music videos. And,
yeah, pretty much.
And cat videos. It was not build your business.
Right.
Hell, we had just found Gary V. Gary wasn't even Gary.
Right.
Everybody was just at such a point where social and the advertising and the related. Hell, we were still buying Zillow leads.
Yeah. Shh.
Right,
that's like, buddy.
Like, sorry, y'all.
Haven't done that in a long time.
I look at some agents and I'm like, do y'all know how good y'all have it now? I wish I had a us when we started. We were like, what button? What that button do? It was a lot of trial and error.
Well, it was. I mean, it was trial and error because, you know, just where I'm the second broker I've ever worked for. You know, I worked for 12 years with my first company, and I basically I structured our business off doing the opposite of what he did for a lot of it, but that didn't really tell me what the best, you know, way to do things is. So that was a lot of trial and error, and I think we've got a pretty solid plan now. But yeah, a lot of we had to scrap a lot of stuff along the way, and things that we thought were going to work didn't work, but that's whatever. It's all good.
Yeah, we're still there because a lot of companies have come and gone. A lot of people have come and gone. Not to look like this. Oh, slow and steady wins that race. I'm like, you have flashes, and I don't knock anybody. I'm like, that's not, you can't sustain that. I'm like, you cannot pay for all this, charge your agents, then pay for. I said, this is not this. We only have so many houses in Michigan, y'all, to sell. I was like, this is not that good of a model. Speaking of selling houses, now listen, y'all, listen out here in Wine Wednesday land. There are programs now that basically, if you have a pulse and a half a job, you can get a house.
Mm-hmm.
The government, God, I'm not going to get into politics, but Jesus, I want to so bad. Let's just say I'm voting for who. I'm voting for whoever. I don't know no more. It's like, let's just start over. I'm voting independent. I'm just like, whatever. But we have loan programs that not only can we get you closed in 5 days, you kind of don't need any money.
Yep.
You kind of, you want to have some money saved as always. But between the 1% down program, that up to $10,000 program, that Fannie and Freddie $5,000 plus the $1,000 towards home warranty program, that 580 credit score for FHA VA program, there's really something for, and these programs all include condos now, because condos you couldn't get, and these are like PUDs, multifamilies, PUDs, condos. I think it covers everything, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
Yeah.
As far as I know, I haven't been told no on anything yet.
So. Yeah, I think it covers everything. So, but here's the caveat: they don't last long. Remember when we first announced them, we were like, "Oh, this is
all kinds of time.
We got all kinds of time, y'all. We got like 20 days."
Yep. Yeah, September 15th is going away. At least the 10,000.
Yeah, the big one goes away. The other one, I'm not sure. The big one goes away. You just need to be in process. You need to be in process. So please call, smoke screen, white flag us, message us, me, Derek, one of the, and see, I'm this person. You can message any agent in one. I don't care. It's okay. There's only one David though, but you can message, call, text. I want everybody to get what they can get from the government, because I think we needed this all along.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they're doing it the right way. You know, it's a lot of times the best incentives are for, you know, like people buying a $600,000 house in Rochester Hills they probably don't need a whole lot of assistance, but they're the ones that get it. Everything, this is all geared towards, you know, first time buyers, underserved communities, and mortgage speak, guys. If you haven't had a mortgage in your name in 3 years, congrats, you're a first time buyer. You could have had 20 houses in your life, but as long as you hadn't had a mortgage in 3 years, you qualify for all these programs. But yeah, this is what it's all geared towards, is helping people that in the past had a harder time getting into a mortgage to get them financed. So it's awesome.
And I think I posted the other day, at least try it. When there's nothing, you don't know until you try. If you're thinking like, I don't know, my credit, it got a ding on it, how much do I need to make? Let them run the numbers. Let them run the numbers and tell you, hey, this is this and that's that. I have seen people get approved. I'm like, oh, hey, let's go. I thought that was going to take off. So
yeah, I mean, the worst thing that's going to happen is you know exactly where you stand, and then if we need to get you into credit repair, we can, or whatever the case may be. But even if this program, which expires on September 15th, if that's not there when you're ready to buy, I promise you something else is going to take its place.
Oh yeah, they replace it they just call it something else, and because it's really, I think, to combat the dreaded R word rates. I don't know why. Hi, DC, cut it out. Like, cut it out. Like, oh my God. Oh, Jesus. I posted that thing about student loans. Y'all went crazy. I did that on purpose. The power of social media. DC, cut it out. Give us a 3% rate, please. But on the other hand,
as soon as rates go down, prices are going to go up.
Yeah, so it's like they get us coming and going, and like, interest rates at 3%, not a house that was $250 is $450. You're like, well, damn, yeah. I
mean, I just had this conversation 2 hours ago with a buyer that I was meeting with, and she was talking about rates, and I was like, well, if I was in the market to buy a house right now, I'd buy it, because you're going to get it at a lower price than you will in a year when the rates are down, and then you can just refinance, and then you got the house at a lower price and you got the lower rate, as opposed to, I got a lower rate, but now I paid $30,000 more for the same house. You know,
that deserves. Oh, where am I at? Is that it over there? Oh yeah. Great information because people talk themselves. Why do they do that? They talk themselves out of trying.
Yeah, and so people have been talking about waiting for the market to crash for like 6 years now.
Baby, that y'all went through the crash. Y'all asked them about a house when it was 2%. We were big. We were busy.
Yeah,
but we should have been busier.
Oh, yeah. Everybody should have been.
We were like, I had a couple investors. Damon, I'm gonna wait. Have you seen your government lately? We're not on the agenda. Democrat or Republican, we are not. Working class is not on their agenda. They like, here, y'all make the most of it. This is the crash. I was like, they're not. Yeah. When they figured out, look at me going into politics. I think when they figured out the crash makes them look bad, they're like, oh, that can't happen again. Right. It doesn't, yeah. But let me tell you, if it ever happens again, I'm buying up every damn thing. I'm going to get me $1 million loan from somewhere. Look at the person across from me. I'm gonna get some higher money loans. I'm buying up every damn thing. Yeah.
The only bad thing about that was during the crash was the fact that I had contracts with every big bank, so I couldn't. I was not. Nobody in my immediate family could buy a house, or I could lose my contract. So yeah, I ended up with one rental property out of the whole thing. I should have bought 20 of them, but.
And I was on the other end. I lost my house in a short sale. I was like, my real mortgage is what? I was like, oh no. So we all learned.
Yeah. I mean, I was in the same, I'm the same house now that I was then. And at one point I was like $80,000 underwater on it. Yeah. It was crazy.
I was so underwater. I was like, well, I'm gonna need a roommate or I'm gonna burn it down. one of the two. Something has to give. Oh, speaking of being in the same house. Oh, that was a good transition. Thanks, Derek.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for, man.
The office is at 118 East 9 Mile Road in Ferndale, Michigan. Now, y'all, let me tell you something about Ferndale. Ferndale is such a place. It's like Royal Oak's country cousin to me some days when you just are like, Ferndale is like, when you tell it it's kind of country, it gets offended. It's like, no, we're really, I'm like, like you're a country mouse in a good way though. It's like, it's the cousin that means well, but you're like, your shirt on backwards. They're like, oh, okay. I prepped Derek before this, so we have to do things that are, this is sometimes a kiddie show. I curse, so I get it. We call it, for y'all don't know, it's called Ferndale Normal, where sometimes we'll be at the office, we'll hear, see, or smell something, and you get all your ASMRs in Ferndale, and you'll be like, you just keep right on talking or texting or typing like, girl, yeah, I've seen a few Ferndale Normals. Probably one for me is that guy. Remember the guy? He was a black guy. That's what I was shocked. With the blonde wig on, being Thor.
Oh, yeah.
Where is he at? I haven't seen
him in a minute. Yeah.
It's been since COVID, I think.
Yeah, might have been.
It's been a couple years.
Yeah, and it wasn't a special occasion. It wasn't. He just walked around Ferndale dressed like Thor.
The first time I saw it, I was like, I gotta stop drinking. I looked and was like, wait a minute. Do you remember, and maybe this isn't funny, I don't know, I'm gonna just put it out there. When the lady, I remember she got some help. It's been two ladies. The one, she had to have been 100 who wanted to be a real estate agent. And she would come to the office once a week. And Dale and I, who worked there, we'd be at the front desk like, what do we tell her? I was like, I don't know. Is this like age discrimination? I didn't know. It was like, where's her caretakers at? I was really concerned. Like, y'all, it would be in the winter. It would be sometimes at night. Yeah. I was like, my broker, he really just went home. Like, it's 6 o'clock, he just went home. It was just some things you see in Ferndale, you'd be like, oh no. So what's some Ferndale normals for you?
I was thinking about that. Probably the craziest thing I've ever seen, or just the most like Ferndale normal thing I've ever seen was just on 9 Mile, like kind of by my house, so not even like really downtown. There's one time I saw a guy, just a dude, he had one of the rainbow afro wigs, walking a goat.
Is that the guy who had the goat who's in Detroit?
That was a different
guy.
Different goat.
So we got two goat guys. I'm trying to think. It's been so many where you just sit there like, do we open the window or do we go out the door? Ferndale normal is perfect way to describe it. You don't know whether you lock the door or open the door to look. It's like, do we go look at it or do we pretend we don't see it? It's just like you just. I love it. You just never know what you're gonna get, but when you see other people that see it, you're like,
it keeps life interesting, man. That's why.
Yeah,
I've been in Ferndale 18 years. I don't have any plans to leave anytime soon, and that's why. I mean, it's just people just do their thing. It's all good.
It's a hotbed of real estate. Let me tell you what. My last Ferndale sale, well, I was quicker that one on Bakersfield or that one on Albany. Albany was quicker. Albany didn't even make social media.
Yeah. It was like 2 days or even less than that. Yeah.
Trip did the pictures. I remember it was a Wednesday. Thursday morning or Wednesday night, he sent them back. It made it to the market. It never made social media.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn, I want to do an open house. I was like, I don't know. I was going, y'all use open houses to get more listings. If you sell the house as a cherry on top, but the goal of open houses is to get more clients.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, this is perfect. I'm a block away from downtown. It wasn't hot yet. I was like, oh, this is gonna be. It's sold. Full price cash, no inspection. I was like, yay, but damn. So if you're looking to sell your house or buy a house in Ferndale, is consistently hot. I wouldn't even say warm, because your blue, that the house, is it sold? Your front porch house? I think so.
Yeah. We got that one done. Yep.
I knew that wasn't going to make it. I was like, I'm going to do open house and then it's gone. If you're thinking about the Ferndale investors out there, you ready to get rid of one? Give us a call. We can get, what's today? It'll be gone by Friday. Yep. You put pictures up and so did I even need the pictures for the house? That's the question.
Yes.
I did. Look at me looking at the trip. Give my money back. I don't think I'm like, I said, well, damn. I felt cheat. It was a good cheat. I was like,
well, you know what? That's why we have success, is because, we don't cut the corners, because right now you can't. It's a seller's market. It's the hottest seller's market I've ever seen. And I walk into some houses that people don't even bother to clean. There's dishes in the sink. There's sweaty socks on the bed, you name it, whatever. They don't care because it's going to sell.
Right.
But it's probably not going to sell for as much as if you put a little bit of effort into it and do your thing.
Just a little bit of effort. What do you think helps a home sell the most? Landscaping, a little bit cleaning inside, or just a combo? What helps home sell fastest to you?
3 things. Location.
Well, there you. And today's show is brought to you by
every real estate cliche in the book.
I love it. And here's a trick behind location. Y'all know y'all got to pay for location, right? I've had some clients. Y'all know who y'all are. I want to be on the M1 loop. Girl, great. It starts at $300,000. I'm like, which end you want to? Hell, even Pontiac now. I'm like, which end you want to be on? You
right.
8 Mile north from Pontiac south. Open up your wallet, open up your purse, and we gotta go today. Like I think people still think of Royal Oak and Ferndale of when we grew up.
Oh yeah.
Of like, I can get this for $100,000. Like, girl, you can't even get Hazel Park. Nope. I'm like, no. Hazel Park didn't even used to be a thing.
I looked at three properties for investors today in Hazel Park. One in Madison Heights, 3 in Hazel Park. All of them were turnkey, like move-in ready, but they weren't anything like super extravagant. Mm-hmm. And the cheapest one was $160. So
I remember, this is since I've been doing real estate. I looked at a house, Clawson. Remember Clawson was the regular.
Clawson's the hottest market in Oakland County right now.
What? Clawson, them people are fixing their houses up like, wait a minute, we're the hot button city. Let's go. I knew Clawson when I worked at United. We would go sometimes to the bar in Clawson. I saw it. I was like, this is next. This is a little cheaper than Royal Oak.
Yep.
And it's right between Troy and Royal Oak. I was like, this is gonna be a thing. Yeah, and it's definitely a thing now.
Yeah, got a nice little downtown. They got a whole thing going on, like really high-end restaurants, things like the whole 9 yards. So
yeah, gone of the hippie day of Clawson. You have to have that. You had better have a job because Clawson is just wow. Oh, speaking of neighborhoods, I'm getting off topic here, but that's okay. Those two were easy peasies. Why I got my broker here, and this is what y'all really want to know. What is the best deal for neighborhoods right now? Okay. What cities are you like, oh, don't forget about this one, or oh, don't sleep on this one?
There are 3 of them, and I actually just did a video about it on my YouTube channel.
Shameless plug.
But Madison Heights, because it's similar to Hazel Park, but it's actually Hazel Park got so hot so fast that Hazel Park's price per square foot I think is a little bit higher than Madison Heights now. So you can actually pick up the same house in Madison Heights for less money. Get the same, especially, and if you're looking to invest, you're going to get the same renters. You're going to get the same rent either way, but your cash flow is going to be better in Madison Heights. The second one is, and all 3 of these are far apart from each other, but Wyandotte is super underpriced.
Really?
It has been forever. Not the house that I just listed today at $835. But
tell us the address on that house, dear. We know I'll talk of shameless plugs, right? We got bills to pay.
That one's, I believe, 3213 Van Alstyne, and it's right on the Detroit River. It's amazing. That house is just it's the coolest house I've ever listed. It's pretty awesome.
There we are.
But yeah, that's going. It's on the market right now, but it's coming soon. It's gonna be live tomorrow.
Boom.
But when you're not looking for a mansion on the river, those houses are cheap for what you get, and it's a nice city. It's got a really nice downtown. It's close to the freeway. There's a lot to like about Wyandotte. It's a little far away, but that's really the main thing. The best one is Ypsilanti.
Really?
Oh yeah. From an investing standpoint, and Ypsilanti is amazing because you can get these houses again. You can pick up houses not for nothing anymore, but they're still cheap. They're under 200. And then you've got 2 universities and a massive hospital to rent people.
To anchor, yeah.
I mean, you're always going to keep them rented. The rent's going to be awesome. It's going to be dependable tenants. And, again, close to freeways. Like Ypsilanti's got a really nice downtown, too.
It does.
Yeah.
Wow. Their downtown reminds me of a mix between all of our downtowns here. Mm-hmm. It's like they smooshed them all together, and it's like really picturesque and kind of folksy, kind of like 1960s. It's like 60s, 70s, 80s, but updated, but still keeping a lot of the original charm of it. When I went down there, I was like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah, and there's some nice neighborhoods. Like
it is.
Yeah, some really nice neighborhoods. And it's 5 minutes from Ann Arbor. So, I mean.
That always helps. I did not think of them 3. I was thinking, I don't know what 3 we're going to name. I was not thinking, I was not thinking those 3 were there.
We didn't talk about this before, though.
Right. I'm like, oh, I like being shocked and amazed. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. What time is it? I'm getting everybody out of here on time. We all got stuff. Everybody got stuff to do. We have a launch coming for the Person Experts. Y'all know it had got moved. Now, kind of the semi-official date is September 21st. We're planning on doing it right here off the Evolution, home of all your office solutions. This is 801 West Big Beaver Road, Troy, Michigan, 48084. That's going to be with the one and only Sean Groves. I'll be hosting the party, so I probably can't drink. We just found out that Cooking with Q is doing the food. I'm probably gonna be eating and drinking, not hosting. And I'm like, make my plate to go to the side. I'll be like here we are. Like, just put
y'all should come just for the food.
Right, just come for the food. I'm just saying, just come for the food. I'm here for the food. I'm gonna help her load it in. Like, I'm here for the food. You think I would get sick of it by now? I'm not. I'm super excited. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We'll do a ton of giveaways. My God, I had to reel him back on the giveaways. I was like, so listen, you can't just pass out money. He's like, I can't. No, we have to get a gift card. You can't just pass money out. We'll all be in jail. So I'm looking forward to that. It's different when you're a part of something that's launching than being at a launch, kind of. And I feel like with us and M1 Mortgage Lending and partnering with United, I feel like we're like on the ground, like in the ground floor of Facebook.
I'm super excited. It's
I was
really awesome.
I just missed the ground floor of United. So I've seen the first 100, 200 employees, like, you in charge of what now? Like, oh my God. It just is exciting. Well, some days it's not. To go through some speed bumps would be like this. I quit. I think I've quit in my head like 3 or 4 times. I think I quit every day. I'm like, oh, I quit. This is no. But it's so exciting to get to work with people and you can lean on them because they know what they're doing and you know what you're doing. And you don't have to be like, oh, crap, he ain't going to do that or she ain't going to email me back. It makes a huge difference. We're a small team, but we're kind of a badass team. Now that
yeah, I mean, and well, the best part, like you can build it out the way that you can, like it's kind of what we did with M1. You know, like I knew what I didn't want to be, so we're gonna build something that's better that doesn't have the deficiencies that some of these other platforms do. And,
yeah,
I mean, just able to really help the consumer that much better.
Showing the fake houses.
Right.
I was on that website that won't be named, and my client was pregnant, and she worked at United, and it was in the winter, and it was like, no, it gets dark early, and it snowed, but it wasn't bad. I hated to have her out. We both started laughing. The house was supposed to be in Troy. It hadn't been built yet, but they had real pictures, not the stage pictures. They had like,
oh, geez.
We both looked at each other and was like, girl, I'll see you tomorrow. Because we were riding up and down the street. And when you call that website, they didn't know what was going on. It was like, it was a builder's number. And of course, they weren't answering. Right. And so we wanted to build something that was the total opposite of that. Who is that? That Tiara? What is she saying? And no, I'm blind as a bat. Hey, Tiara, how are you?
Hey, Tiara.
Is she close? I think she's getting ready to close on the house. I think.
Yeah, got to be coming pretty close pretty soon. Yeah.
Congratulations. And happy. What birthday was that for her? Mm-hmm. Women, you never know. Happy whatever birthday that was, Tia. You may be 50. You may be 15. Who know? My mom was like, you never ask a woman's age or if she's pregnant. I was like, what? She said, I don't care if she's giving birth. Don't ask her if she's pregnant. I was like, oh, all right, like whatever.
Hello, 31.
Hello, 31. Okay, awesome. We'll take it. Oh,
me too.
Right? I'm 31 to revenge. Like the calls are coming from in the house. Oh, now I'm going to go to brokers. I'm going to end on something positive. I want to end on anything negative. Now, Derek, you've been in charge for a while. Help us explain your broker brethren who are charging agents for not even meetings, for talk time, overcharging for fees. How do y'all do that? Well, we know you don't, but is it like a broker school that you have to go? Like, tell us how this works.
If there's a broker school, I didn't go to it, and I'm not going to start now. Hi, agents that work for those brokers I'm hiring. But no, it's I don't know. It's crazy to me. It's absolutely insane. I mean, well, you know that's what we've been talking about. You know, I said the way that I structure the company is to allow our agents to have every opportunity to create success. I mean, it's the concept of charging money to just have a 15-minute conversation is beyond insane. It's just bonkers crazy. I don't get it. And
to sit down, my friend showed me what they charge her. I was telling you earlier, paper, the desk fee, the internet was like $25. I said, girl, this is a house. I literally was like, if you just stayed at, she's like, doesn't matter if we work from home. She said, doesn't matter. You still got to pay it. I was like, so what leads are y'all getting? She was like, it doesn't matter because by the time you get your check is I said, you need to come talk to my broker. I tell people, I say, here, answer the phone. Just call it, hey, Damon sent me. Just call. At least I tell people, have the conversation.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be that way. It's and that's part of the reason why we're set up the way we are. Like, my company that I started with, I'd close a deal. We were supposed to be happy about that.
Yeah, ecstatic.
And then I'd see all the itemized charges that I was paying, and I wasn't getting support.
Like from a cruise ship. You'd be like, wait a minute.
So I'd close a deal, I'd get my check, and I'd have to go outside for 10 or 15 minutes just to cool down before I could come back and work again, because I was so pissed. So
just unbelievable. And I think what happens, it makes agents not want to be in this business because it makes it all about the money. And it really isn't supposed to be all about the money. You're supposed to be able to go out, help your clients, make a living, and not worry about what's getting deducted out of your check or just deducted if you don't have a close. And then I did not know that.
Yeah,
I was like, wait a minute. Do they double up when you have a close? And they said, oh no, they charge you every month regardless. I was like, oh, so it's a pimp.
Well, they're see, that goes back. They're getting as many agents as they possibly can to work for them, and they're sucking as much money out of them as possible for the 6.1 transactions that on average they'll be a part of before they quit the business. That's how their whole business model is set up. Ours is set up to actually create success for our clients, for our agents, so that they can continue to have success, and then we just keep rolling.
So you said successful clients, right? You got to be client focused. If you are, people are like, well, how do you do it all? I said, you just leave it on the floor every day. When we lock up that office some days, I'll be like, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm going to get a sandwich. I'm going to get a drink. And I don't really drink like I used to. I have the mentality of being consistent and just leave it on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
If I gotta make a call, you gotta go do a showing. When I get done with that call and I'm done with all my clients today, I'm done. Because I know I've left it on the floor today. Yeah. I know I've met with who I needed to meet with. I've done my calls, my emails, my texts, checked in with my broker who didn't charge me. I still can't get over that. I said $75 for 15 minutes. Jeez. I'm in the wrong profession. I was like, well, damn, if you $75 for 15 minutes, so if you got, I don't know, but
yeah. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Like I guess I never really was. I didn't put it into words before, but like the best way I've ever heard it phrased was Matt Ishbia. It takes what it takes. That's. Come
on, Matt. It takes what it takes. Because some days I say that I woke up today like this. Shit, I'm not going. Like, how you not going? You got a meet. You got an 8:30 meeting. I was like this. It just takes what it takes. Because when you're chasing the hustle, the money just comes.
Yeah.
That's why I look at people and they be like, oh, Damon, you so successful. Y'all don't see the work that goes into this. It's like this being popular and doing the work and getting the deals and this podcast and whatever, this takes work.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This takes work. It's part of my personality, but it's still work. And those who show up get rewarded. It's just,
that's it. It's like, well, a perfect example, like tomorrow morning, one of our newer agents is having her first closing in this building, actually. And she's out of town on some work function or something. She didn't have to think, she didn't even have to ask me if I'd be there. Of course I will. And do I have other stuff I could be doing at 9:30 in the morning on a Thursday? You know it, but I'm going to be there. Are you kidding me?
Of course.
I'm going to be there to support her clients who I've never even met. I've talked to them on the phone once.
I'm like, hi.
But it takes what it takes, we're going
to where's my, I got to get you where is it at? Oh, there we go. Because listen, sometimes you got to toot your own damn horn. And I'm going to try to end positive. I didn't know that people's brokers don't go to closings. I was like, what? I said, if one of us can't make a closing, I've been double booked. And I'm like, ask your broker. They're like, oh, we can't. What?
Yeah, you always want to be at a closing, unless it's we don't have to be there.
Unless the world is ending.
Yeah, but I mean that's your last opportunity really to be in front of that person, and hopefully you've created a really good experience for them, and that's your now's the payoff. And how are you supposed? I mean, obviously you're going to follow up with them, but I mean that's your best opportunity to get reviews. That's your best opportunity to get referrals. I mean,
it's a win-win for everybody. Now I gotta tell y'all this funny story about when I had to have Derek at my closing. Do you remember that closing in Rochester? We were with Keith.
Yeah.
Oh my God, y'all! I had the client from hell, and I'm sorry, my clients. I know I love all y'all, but some of y'all get on my nerves. The client was renting leasing to a renter with no lease. I was like, oh, do you gotta evict them? What's going on? I hate asking for help. I was like, Derek, I'm gonna need some help. He's like, what's going on? I was like, we have no lease. The closing is coming, and I don't know if this girl gonna get out or what they have to sign, or if it's a lease, nobody's not telling me. And then my client, you know who you are, had the nerve to get smart with me. I said, oh shit. I said, you got to come to this closing. He was like, what's going on, David? I was like, I think I'm going to act a donkey at this closing. I was like, you don't know. I was like, I'm going to need my broker. I was like, ooh. Even Keith was like, call. He was like, yeah, for this one. He said, yeah, call Derek. I was like, this is not. That was so. And then they wanted to go eat after. I was like, eat with you, but I wouldn't eat. I'd say you have to represent your company. So I was like, but that was hilarious. I said, I gotta call my broker like I'm a kid, like I'm a 2-year-old to my clothes. And I was like, and I sat on the hallway. I was like, I haven't had to have you one system. Now you have to come to another, knock on the wood. Now it'll be one you have to come to. Before we get out of here, give us the best way to get in contact with you and give us your new listing information again.
Yeah, so the new listing is 3213 Van Alstyne in Wyandotte. If you wanted to just go on any search engine for real estate and put in Wyandotte, it'll be the most expensive house on the market by far. But to get a hold of me, I mean, call or text me. Direct line's 586-491-5622. Like I tell all my people, all my agents, and all my clients, if you need to get a hold of me after 11 p.m., just text me. Don't call me.
Right, don't wake them kids up. You be like, hi. It's up your Damon. You be like, hi, it's me. No, I don't call late. I don't call late because I'm asleep. I'm asleep. But you can't, I just still can't believe you've never been on. I
know, it's crazy.
I can't, but we got to make it at least an annual thing to be on every year. We might have to be on more now. We got so much coming up now. We might have to,
anytime you want.
Yeah, this is awesome. Y'all, I'm gonna get him out of here because he has to drive and I gotta make a call and we just work. So
yep. I gotta drive an hour to Westland to show a house for the 4th time because it takes what it takes.
I have no, on that note, here's hoping that your open house will close soon. Bye, everybody.